making more money won't fix your finances. It can actually make them worse. Ever noticed how you earn more and still end up with nothing left? You check your balance at night, hesitate before spending, then regret it anyway. Or you wait too long and miss opportunities you knew were right. That's not bad luck. It's how your brain is wired around money. Here's the shift. Wealth isn't built by effort first, it's built by patterns. Once you change how you think, decide, and react to money, everything starts moving differently. In this video, I'll show you the exact psychology people use to attract wealth naturally without forcing it. And the first pattern? It's something you do every week that's quietly keeping you broke. People who master personal finance stop treating every dollar like a mood swing. They use finance tips with a cool head, because how to make money gets clearer when money habits are not running on fear or comfort. A bill is just a bill, not a crisis. A paycheck is data, not a reward to burn in one night. That is the first big shift in financial psychology, and it quietly changes habits before they even notice it. When a person buys to feel better, the money disappears and the emotion usually stays. That is why strong financial education teaches them to pause, breathe, and ask, what problem am I really trying to solve right now? It is the same kind of emotional trap seen in movies like The Pursuit of Happiness, where pressure can push someone into panic or purpose. The difference is simple: one reaction drains cash fast, while the other builds a powerful money mindset that can survive stress. They also start giving every dollar a job instead of a feeling. A grocery run, a savings transfer, and an investment deposit all get decided by logic, not vibes, because personal finance works better when money habits are intentional. Think of it like Tony Stark in Iron Man. The suit only works when every system has a purpose, not when everything is firing at once. That same structure helps someone stop asking how do I feel about this, and start asking what is this dollar supposed to do for my future. Once that emotional noise gets quieter, the next level becomes obvious. They begin noticing the invisible traps around them, because the real battle is not just inside the wallet, it is in the environment shaping the choice. That is where the next step gets dangerous in the best way, because one small setup change can make good decisions feel easy and bad ones feel awkward. And that is exactly where the whole money story starts to flip in a way most people never expect. You design environments that make you rich by default. People who win in personal finance don't rely on discipline all day. They redesign their environment so good money habits happen automatically. They use smart finance tips like removing saved cards from shopping apps or setting auto transfers the day income hits. Because let's be real, how to make money matters, but keeping it depends on what's easy versus what's inconvenient. Their financial psychology shifts from try harder to make it easier to do the right thing. They understand something most people ignore: convenience is power. If junk spending is one tap away and investing takes 5 steps, guess what wins every time? That is why strong financial education focuses on reducing friction for wealth-building actions. It is the same principle you see in shows like Suits: winning comes from positioning, not just effort. So they flip the script in a practical way. They set up automatic investments in ETFs like VOO or SPY, schedule bill payments, and keep savings in separate accounts. Even something simple like using apps such as Mint or NAB helps track patterns and guide better money habits daily. Now personal finance stops depending on willpower and starts running on systems that work in the background. And here is where it gets interesting. Once the environment is optimized, decisions themselves start to change in value, not just frequency. Because now it is no longer about avoiding bad choices, it becomes about maximizing the return of every single decision. And that shift quietly separates people who survive financially from those who actually build wealth long-term. You think in return per decision, not just money. People who grow in personal finance stop asking how much did this cost, and start asking what is this decision worth long-term. Because real finance tips are not just about saving money, they are about multiplying outcomes through smarter choices. Every action becomes part of their money habits, shaping how to make money through better allocation of time, energy, and focus. That is where financial psychology shifts from short-term thinking to strategic living. They begin filtering everything through one powerful lens. Does this decision expand future income, or quietly drain it? Watching random content for 3 hours or learning a high-income skill like sales, coding, or investing basics creates totally different trajectories. It is like in Breaking Bad, every small decision compounds into a completely different life path over time. So they start treating time like an asset, not just something to spend. Instead of saying I'm busy, they ask if their effort is producing a real return in personal finance terms. Reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or The Psychology of Money becomes part of their financial education strategy. Because how to make money is not just about action, it is about directing action where it actually pays. And here is the part most people miss. Once decisions start being measured this way, consistency becomes more valuable than intensity. Because the real game is not one big win, it is stacking small high-return decisions daily. And that naturally leads into the next shift, where discipline stops being exciting, but starts becoming unstoppable. You let boring consistency beat exciting moves. People who win in personal finance stop chasing adrenaline and start respecting repetition. They understand that most finance tips that actually work look kinda boring at first. But those boring money habits are exactly what make how to make money sustainable over time. That is where financial psychology matures, shifting from excitement to execution. They stop jumping from one strategy to another every week. Instead of chasing crypto hype or next big thing stocks, they stick to proven paths like index funds such as VTI or consistent savings rates. It is similar to what you see in Rocky. The real progress happens in the quiet, repetitive training, not the fight night. Financial education teaches them that consistency beats intensity almost every time. So they build systems they can repeat even on bad days. Automatic investments, weekly expense reviews, and fixed saving percentages become non-negotiable money habits. Even saving $10 a day turns into over $3,600 a year, and invested at average market returns, it compounds far beyond that. That is how personal finance quietly transforms without needing motivation every single day. And here is where things take a subtle but powerful turn. Once consistency is locked in, identity starts to shift without them forcing it. They no longer see themselves as someone trying to manage money, they become someone who does it naturally. And that identity shift? That is where the real leverage begins to show up in ways most people never see coming. Now it starts getting deeper, and honestly, this is where most people either level up, or stay stuck for years. You quietly upgrade your identity, not your lifestyle. People who build real wealth in personal finance don't rush to upgrade their lifestyle when money increases. They upgrade their identity first, because strong money habits come from who you believe you are, not just what you earn. That is why the best finance tips focus on internal shifts before external rewards. How to make money becomes easier when your financial psychology can actually handle more of it. They stop saying I can't afford this and start asking, am I the kind of person who should buy this right now? That small shift rewires decision-making at a deeper level. It is like in The Dark Knight, Bruce Wayne doesn't act rich, he thinks like someone responsible for something bigger. That same mindset keeps personal finance stable even when income grows fast. So instead of upgrading cars, apartments, or clothes immediately, they upgrade skills and standards. They invest in financial education, mentorships, and learning assets like business models or stock analysis. Someone might still drive the same car while building investments in companies like Apple or Microsoft. Because their focus is not looking rich, it is becoming someone who stays rich. And here's the twist most people don't expect. Once identity shifts, behavior follows without force, and income starts aligning naturally. Opportunities show up differently because decisions are sharper and more intentional. And that naturally leads to the next level, where instead of chasing outcomes, they start studying something far more powerful. Now we're stepping into a level most people completely overlook, but it explains almost everything. You study patterns, not outcomes. People who grow in personal finance stop obsessing over wins and losses. They realize one good or bad result means nothing without context, so they focus on patterns instead. That is one of the most powerful finance tips, because how to make money becomes predictable when behavior is tracked. Financial psychology shifts from emotional reaction to analytical awareness. They start asking better questions after every financial move. Not did I win or lose, but what pattern led me here? It is similar to Moneyball, where decisions are based on data patterns, not gut feelings or hype. That mindset transforms money habits into measurable systems instead of random guesses. So they track everything that matters. Spending triggers, income sources, investment timing, even emotional states during decisions become part of their financial education. Using tools like spreadsheets or apps, they begin to see clear cause and effect in their personal finance journey. Over time, they notice which actions consistently lead to growth, and which quietly sabotage progress. And here's where it gets almost unfair. Once patterns become visible, mistakes stop being surprises and start becoming avoidable. They no longer rely on luck, because they understand what actually creates results. And that naturally opens the door to something deeper, because managing patterns well leads to managing responsibility itself. People who build lasting wealth in personal finance understand a simple truth. If they cannot manage a small amount well, a larger amount will only amplify the chaos. That is why the best finance tips are not about chasing more, but mastering what is already in hand. Financial psychology becomes grounded in responsibility, not entitlement. They start treating every dollar like it matters, even when the amount feels small. Saving $50, tracking expenses, and avoiding waste are not small moves, they are proof of discipline. In Luke 16 verse 10, faithfulness in little leads to being trusted with much, and that principle shows up clearly in money habits. It is like in The Karate Kid, wax on, wax off feels pointless, until it becomes mastery. So they build systems that reflect stewardship daily. Budgeting consistently, investing regularly, and respecting every income stream becomes part of their financial education. Even managing a $1,000 monthly income with precision builds the skill to handle $10,000 later. Because how to make money is one skill, but keeping and multiplying it requires trust in your own consistency. And here is the part most people never connect. When money sees discipline, it tends to stay, and even grow, around that behavior. Opportunities begin to flow toward people who prove they can handle them. And if you stayed this far, you are about to see how all of this connects in a way that can completely shift your financial future. Good, now let's bring this home in a way that actually pushes action. You remember how frustrating it felt, making money but not keeping it, trying different finance tips but seeing no real change. Now you can see the shift clearly. It was never just about how to make money, it was about your money habits and financial psychology all along. You are no longer reacting, you are thinking, tracking, designing, and acting with intention in your personal finance life. So the real question now is simple: are you actually going to apply this, or let it fade like everything else? Think about it for a second. What is one decision today that gives you a real return? What habit can you repeat starting now? Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway, and more importantly, your next move. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because staying consistent with financial education is what separates interest from transformation. Now if you are serious about changing your life, there is a deeper level waiting for you. The Material Holistic Health, Nourish Your Mind, Balance Your Finances, Transform Your Life shows you exactly how to build disciplined money habits, create simple systems for personal finance, and develop the mental clarity to stay consistent even under pressure. You will learn how to create passive income streams, eliminate unnecessary expenses, and stay emotionally in control while growing your income. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today. This is where you stop guessing and start building for real.